Okay, so it's a killer alligator film. Um, the poster looks way better than what the movie actually is. Um, the alligator does not look like that in the movie. If anything, it looks horrible. Um, I mean, it's a 2016 film directed by Brandy Barry, and this looks like it would have been on the Sci-Fi Channel. I swear, with the effects, the editing in this is atrocious at times. It's like, why do we need to have a long scene of so and so, or the end of a scene, or the potential end of a scene, but it goes on for a bit longer, just to show like this other person doing something, and then it cuts to whatever. But then the movie is basically about, it's set in Louisiana. Centers around a group of 20-something young adults graduate from college, and are faced with a scary reality that they are terrorized by something hunting them outside their lake house, which seems to be a giant alligator. A local reptile consultant learns of this and teams up with a local law enforcement officer to find out what might be going on. I will say, I was a bit shocked at how they handled like the reptile character at the end, the expert, the alligator expert. It just that was like really abrupt how they just like dealt with her. But yeah, this movie, it tries to build suspense. Of and this Brenda character, she's trying to find out what's really going on, and it's actually an alligator kill or not, because then she finds there's other markings that it might be something else, but then there's a twist towards the end that you find out, and then stuff with that. This movie sucked. I would say, yeah, this seemed like a made-for-TV movie almost, because the way it's edited, like it does these weird fade in and outs towards scenes, and then there's scenes where people are either getting attacked, and it'll cut back to normal people, like the 20-somethings, young adult folks partying or whatever at their house, and they'll cut back to somebody being killed. And even the way like they interact with the CGI alligator is not. And usually I'm okay with CGI in movies. I'm fine with CGI effects. You know, I don't harp on them like a lot of people do and trash them and all that. I don't do that. If I enjoy a movie, I enjoy a movie. But I did not enjoy this movie because of, and really, some of what was going on was interesting, such as the Brenda character and the I don't know who this other guy is that she was hanging out with. I guess he's also a shark expert. I liked them. I guess you sort of get backstory of her relationship being abused or something with her boyfriend or something back in the day or something, and she fought back, I guess. But then she's also one of those extreme reptilian, wildlife people where, the reason they're killing is for food, and so they're not really bad, so we just have to capture them and then set them free and somewhere else. Like, what? No. What if they killed a kid? What if a kid happened to go in the pond or whatever, or just on land and the alligator attacked a child? Would you still be okay with that, lady? So her character, through the end, I was sort of not caring for, towards the middle end portions. And then we have these college graduates want to go party at a lake house, and then they're weird the way they interact with, the way they see what happens to their friend. You can already assume it's an alligator or whatever, because they see one as soon as they get off the boat, and then they act like, I don't know what that was out there, because they don't see, like, they just see their friend getting eaten up in the water. They don't see, like, the alligator. But I'm like, you can tell what it is, like, it's not hard, like, whatever. And then, it's like, and then the blonde chick, like, she blames one of her friends. It's him! He must have done it. He's murdering us, I guess, or he murdered my friend, or what, my other friend. Like, what? Where were you when he was screaming? Like, you know he's not the killer, because he was there when you guys saw the other two folks die in the water, and stupidly the one girl that was in the water, she just kept floating instead of, like, trying to swim away, seeing blood. I swear this movie uses CGI blood in a scene with water where water's red, but then I swear she, like, close enough to the guy that's getting eaten up, but then I swear when it splashes, like, the red water splashes on her, it's CGI and it does not touch her. Like, there's no blood on her, like, so I'm like, oh, wow. I guess they didn't care about, continuity, or... And I rewounded it, too, because I wanted to make sure... Wait, did I just see that? But yeah, some CGI blood splashes on a girl, but there's no CGI blood on her. Or no blood on her. Like, they don't even bother to put some fake blood, or, And then when she goes to try to climb into the boat, she stops, and then I'm like, what are you stopping for? She stops, like, midway up, and then she just, It's like she was trying to, it's like they were the director whoever was directing these people is, like, off, camera. Hey, don't move too fast, okay? You gotta make sure that, don't get all the way in the boat, just get halfway, but not really, but halfway, but not as much in it. And then, like, there's portions where, again, characters are, and the sheriff, like, disappears through most of this movie, midway through, because he gets called away or something. And then you find out, yeah, I'm spoiling this movie, you find out he's behind everything, where he's, I guess apparently back in the day, he was catching a burglar, or he was on a mission, and he was chasing some guy. He found a baby alligator. I guess it got flushed down the toilet, or flushed down the pipes, or however they explained it. And then I guess he raised it up to be his friend, because he's like, because the girl it's narrating is like, oh, because the two felt a bond or whatever with each other, and so I guess the alligator won't kill him, but it'll kill, like, all these other people. Which, okay. But yeah, he kills the wildlife reptilian expert, and then the other guy, reptilian alligator expert, he dies quick with a quick shot of the albino alligator just jumps on him. And then we never see that guy again. Also, we have this deputy that's pretty goofy. It's like he's trying to be Dewey from Scream, but not cool. or really that likable, because he's a bit annoyed with the whole. He's a bit annoying with the whole. It's not an alligator attack, even though. But then, I mean, granted, like it was, but it wasn't, because you find out this again. The sheriff, he's trapping people to feed to his alligator, pretty much. Although the one fisherman at the beginning, he was just minding his own business on the dock, and the alligator just freely on land, on the docks right behind him, and then it attacks him just randomly and terribly edited. Where I swear they either used the same frame, the same scene of him getting attacked, where like he does this, but then he does it again, like twice. I swear it was like a cut and then another insert of that same shot. They use the same shots in this movie as well. It's like, why? And then when the alligator tries to go at the Brenda character, the wildlife lady, she grabs a stick, and before she can about to attack it, before she can connect with it, it seemed like the effect, this alligator got too close to her. So like she's here, and the alligator's here. She's about to do about to hit it, but then it looks like the alligator already was about to chomp on her, but then she apparently hits the thing. And like, it doesn't even look like it connect either, because it's not there, but man, this movie, I thought I saw like terrible CGI effects before, which I have, but not to me. They weren't really terrible effects, because I enjoyed the movie that I was watching. This movie, again, I was not enjoying myself. There's cute chicks, and they don't. If you're looking for, TNA, there's none of that in this, so you're out of luck for that. Yeah. Other than that, like, it's a worthless movie that, if anything, I would say watch Crawl, because that's a way better film, way better directed, better written, better characters as well, and a better ending, because the ending to this is weird, where it has the two college graduate folks. They survive, but then they're under the impression, it was the wildlife lady was doing everything, even though, but then whatever. So that makes no sense. I guess they're just gonna go with it, because I don't know. Even though you assume there's like a alligator or something outside, but because you don't want to go outside. And even the one friend, he even said so and so's dead from thing. But whatever, I guess. But yeah, the two survivors, pretty much, they go with the sheriff on his boat. I guess he's gonna kill them, or one of them anyway, because then there's this weird thing where one of the characters does this whistling of a song, and then he stops, but then towards the end, the sheriff is doing it. So then I'm like, is he related to the sheriff? Is he his son or something? But then nobody says anything about that, so I don't know, because the guy mentions, oh, I learned it in French class, or from my French teacher or something. And then, like, but they don't address, like, but then the girl, like, she opens her eyes, because she's like, oh no, it's that song again, and then it's like, cut to black, and then credits, and I'm like, I don't care. I really don't. You guys, I don't get it at all. Like, so I guess the sheriff is just gonna, either that guy was in cahoots with the sheriff, I guess, this whole time, but then why didn't he kill the one girl that was surviving with him, if he was, because then it was just him and her in the house, so he could have just killed her, whatever. This movie makes no sense. It's almost like it shouldn't even been a alligator film. It would have been better if it was just a mystery whodunit film, where you think it's something, but then it ends up being someone, or I don't know. But no, this movie is terrible effects, terrible editing, especially at the beginning of trying to set up characters, I guess. And the kills are lame. Most of them are off screen also, so you don't even. And there's barely any gore in this, unless you count CGI blood as gore. Yeah, other than that, I would say don't watch this movie unless you want to laugh at the effects of the alligator. That we barely see this alligator throughout the movie. Like, we hear it and see it sorta chomping on. Not even see it, like, we see fishermen die, we see the alligator swallow one girl that was working with the sheriff. I don't know why the sheriff has to, like, kill off Rant, like, other people, because, like, well, I guess because he's feeding the alligator, but if he's trying to, I don't know. These movies make my head hurt. Ugh! So anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Till next time, take care. Hate this movie.